Hi everyone, my name is Virginia Wade. We're doing a series on gemstones and crystal healing. In the last video, we talked about the different gemstones and crystals and how to cleanse them. In this video, I'm going to continue on talking about some other gemstones. There are a lot of gemstones out there, but some of the basic ones I want to at least show them to you, and then I want to tell you a little story that I had with a gemstone that I just got recently, how a little fairy is attached to that gemstone. So let's get started. Let me show you the red jasper. The red jasper is connected to the root chakra or the base chakra. This chakra is the color red, and it is connected to all of our needs on the physical plane. So it's connected to our energy, our ambition, our motivation, achieving our goals on the physical plane, and fulfilling our physical needs. So this is a red jasper, which is very good for that. Okay, let's show you a calcite. We didn't get to show you a calcite in the last video. So this one is kind of a orangey golden calcite. Now calcite comes in a lot of different colors. It comes in blue, green, white, but this is like a golden one, which would be connected to your solar plexus. Here's another one here. This is a calcite, but it's more white, and it has a little tinge of orange pink to it. Okay, this is a danbarite. A danbarite, it's a crystal, but it's a different formation. I know it's hard to see, but this is good to use when you want to communicate with the angels and work with the archangels and your angels. It's called danbarite. It's pretty amazing. It's a higher frequency stone. It works with the higher crown chakra and the higher chakras. So it's a very good one to use when you're meditating or bringing through the divine guidance, working with your guardian angel or your angels and your guides. Okay, now going back to the grounding, this is a smoky quartz. I never got to tell you about the smoky quartz. It's kind of a grayish brown color. This one happens to be a wand where it has been hand cut by man, and or it could be machine cut, but it's pointed on one end, rounded on the other end, to be used for either the acupressure points, reflexology, or massage. Here's a regular smoky quartz. This one is just a regular smoky quartz that came out of the ground, and it's good for grounding, keeping you keeping you balanced, so you're not too spiritually way out there where you cannot function on the physical plane. This will help you function and achieve your goals on the physical plane, and help you to be grounded and aware of what's going on around you. Okay, now these are interesting. These are, it's rutilated quartz. Now we have two of them here. This one is more clear, but it has root tiles in it. They're called root tiles. And what it does, it speeds up the mental processes within your brain. So it brings you new ideas, and it will help your mind focus and concentrate, but it activates the mind. It'll give you energy too, but it will make your mind go 100 miles a minute. At least that's the effect it has on me. But it's very interesting to look at them because it's hard to see, but it's rutilated quartz. They're rutiles. Let's see if you can see them in here. Anyway, okay, here we go. Trying to show you. Can you kind of see them? I know it was rutile, it's hard to see. Okay, it just said rutilated quartz on it, but that is a rutilated quartz. Here's another interesting stone. This one is called Aqua Aura. It's a higher frequency stone. It works with the higher chakras and with your higher self. It attunes you to your divine guidance and of your master teachers and your higher guidance. That's a beautiful stone. Okay, let me show you malachite. Malachite is a very healing stone. It's also good for prosperity. So if you carry a malachite, you have to think positive thoughts because it will send out your thinking patterns and then they'll return back to you. So if you're thinking positive prosperity thoughts, that's what you're going to get. But if you think negative thoughts, you'll get that back. So this is the only stone that will do that. So you've got to be careful in what you're thinking when you're carrying this stone around. And this is called a malachite. Now a jade is a green stone. It's very calming and healing, and it's a lucky stone. It will bring prosperity also. And of course it's your intention on how you use these stones, you know, for prosperity. If you have the intention, then it's a good thing. Now here is it's like a sodalite. A sodalite is blue, works on the mental level to strengthen your mind and give you good ideas so you can make the right decisions. It's a beautiful stone. And then we have the lapis. Lapis is very similar. A lapis normally has gold specks in it. It's very hard to see, but it has gold specks. So we have, this is a pendant actually, but it has gold specks in it. Okay, I'm just looking to see, this one is interesting. This is a black tourmaline in quartz. Black tourmaline in quartz. So it's like a quartz crystal with black tourmaline, which is a protection stone. And I'm just looking to see hematite. Let's cover hematite. Hematite is a grounding stone. It's very heavy. It's a heavy, heavy stone. It's a metallic looking. So this is a grounding stone. It's related to Mars, and it's related to protection. A lot of people like the hematite. It really grounds you. It's a heavy-duty grounding stone and a protection stone. Okay, it looks like we covered most of the stones I was going to cover today. Let me tell you the story about this stone. This stone was the red jasper. Actually, it has mainly green and pink and purple in it, but there's a little bit of red in here. So it's not really red jasper like this. This is a red jasper. That's solid red, but sometimes these jaspers have a combination of different colors in them. This has a little bit of red. I can see a little bit of red in there, but most of it is going to be green, purple, and pink, which is unusual. Basically, I got this at the gem show, and I brought it home, didn't think anything of it, and the next day things started moving around in my house. Things started falling off the shelves, like off the counter, the kitchen counter. I have my cat's medicine there. And I mean, I saw it with my own eyes. I'm sitting at the kitchen table and I'm looking across at the kitchen counter, and all of a sudden I see his little medicine jar just fall off onto the floor. And I'm going, what was that? And there was no earthquake. It was very quiet and nothing was happening. And then the next day, it happened again, but with a different item. And it was like noisy. And I looked. It was like a spoon fell out of the dish. It just, and I wasn't around it. I wasn't around it at all. I was sitting at the table as I normally do. So I figured, somebody's in here now. Who is it? So I got quiet, went into meditation, and I asked, who is this? And it started talking to me. And it said, oh, I am connected to the gemstone. And I go, well, are you trapped in the gemstone? And it said, no, I'm attached to it. I'm not inside, I'm attached to it. And I want to help you. And I go, well, who are you? And it said it was a fairy. It was a good fairy. And I thought, okay. Because I had experiences with fairies before, and they were mischievous, and they weren't that nice to me. But this one wanted to be nice. And I said, okay. It said it wanted to work with me. And I go, okay, whatever. So then the next day I was cleaning out my front room, and I just moved some purses over to the other side, and I was going through stuff, and then I had this box of papers, and I had just gone through it, and I just left it there, and I thought, okay, I'll have to put this box of papers in the shed. I had already finished. I went through it. I had already gone through it, and so then I was still in the front room, and I turned over to another box that I have, and then I turned back, and all of a sudden I saw two $20 bills on top of the papers that I had looked at. You know, I had already gone through them in this box, so I had just looked at it, and then I turned my head, and then I looked back, and I saw these two $20 bills sitting there. These are the two $20 bills. Now, the way they were sitting on the box were like that. So they were just laying like that. And I thought, well, that's kind of odd. Where did they come from? I go, it really shocked me. I thought, my goodness, what is this? I just went through these papers. I was done with the papers. They were just there. And I didn't move or anything. I didn't move the papers, and then I turned just for a second, and then I turned back and I looked at it, and there were these two $20 bills laying there. And I thought, this is really, wow, this is a miracle. How did this happen? You know, this never happened to me. So I tuned in, and the fairy said that her name is Marley, and she said that she manifested these $20 bills. And I thought, wow. It was like showing me that this is what she can do. It's like a prosperity thing. And I thought, wow, these are lucky $20 bills. I'm not going to spend them now. So I kept them. Now this just happened